Hello friends, welcome to GK Sports India YouTube channel. Saturday at the Geo World Center in Mumbai's BKC. It was one hell of an activity. It was the scene for India Rising, the road to EWC. Wondering what EWC is? EWC is Esports World Cup, which is to be held in Paris. And Saturday, it was the Geo Convention Center, Pavilion 3, was full of India's top gamers, YouTube content creators, and a whole lot of fans that screamed, shouted their names, wanting to take selfies and autographs from their favorite YouTube content creators, gamers, you name it. I have only seen fans go crazy over sportspersons, especially cricketers, in the stadium. It was something similar to that. Young people, the youth of Mumbai, present in thousands, waiting for their autographs, waiting to take selfies with these influencers. Some of them included Dynamo, who I was told has 10.1 million followers on YouTube, probably the biggest YouTuber in India. Zeel Patel, who is from Ahmedabad, a gamer for about 5 years, only 26 years of age, and he says he has retired from gaming and is now into YouTube content creating. He is one of those popular figures among the content creators. There is another Mizo Place, that is her YouTube channel, and Mizo is live on Instagram, who posts videos, does live streaming of video games, and also posts content on lifestyle. These are such popular figures, and there are a whole lot of others, like you will see in the following videos, how popular, how crazy people were about these influencers or YouTube creators or content creators or social media creators, whatever you name it. I was just watching in amazement the fan following that these people had, which I thought only the cricketers and the film stars had. They were somewhere close to them, if not equal them in popularity. It was EWC, Esports World Cup, the road to EWC, India Rising, and while there were this whole lot of activities going on, there was also a chess match between India's Grandmaster Vidit Gujrathi and Dutch Grandmaster Benjamin Bok. It was 3 sets played, first 2 sets of 4 games each. Scores were level after 2 sets. It went into the 3rd set, where both Gujarati and Bok were finished on even terms, and it went into Armageddon, or the tiebreaker as they call, in which the Dutch Grandmaster defeated the Indian GM. So he makes it to the grand finale in Paris among other contenders from various other events that lead to the EWC. The following videos will show you how popular the YouTube gamers, the influencers are, and I just could not believe my eyes. The Pavilion 3, the Geo Convention Center, was something like what I experienced in New Orleans in 2014 when I went there for the NBA All-Star. People were just going here and there, full of activities. There was live commentary as the chess match was going on. It was the proper community activity that you would see. There were video games for the spectators. There were live performances. There was one performance where people came dressed in characters, various characters. It was just something. It was a day to remember. It was a well spent Saturday afternoon for all those who turned out at that convention center. And there was also this chess match, which Benjamin Bok from Netherlands won and admitted that it was his biggest win in his chess career. So you could imagine how important this win was and how chess played on video game rather on computer. Both were sitting next to each other on the stage but playing on a computer against each other. So this was what this India Rising road to EWC, the Esports World Cup, chess being part of it, and there are a whole lot of other activities, and some of them, these influencers, will be participating in that EWC. So what follows is the popularity, fans screaming out the names of the popular YouTube content creators and them obliging their fans with selfies and autographs. People were taking autographs on the backs of their mobile phones, and one or two even had on the screen of the mobile phone. So I wonder how it will be saved for posterity. Some took it on their t-shirts, on their caps, and of course there are a whole lot of selfies that is now being the trend. So this is how popular esports is. There was also Maharashtra Chief Minister Devendra Fadnavis inaugurating the event, and he said that esports is the thing, comparing with the revenue generated from the film industry, the music and film industry. Gaming generated 260 million, which I believe is in rupees, compared to the revenue generated from the film and music industry, which is, he said, which is at 70 million. So esports generates more than three times more than what the revenue generated from film and music world does. So there itself, you know how big esports is. And another interesting number is that Devendra Fadnavis said India has 500,000 active gamers today. So that's huge, and esports is certainly here to stay. What follows, like I said, watch it for yourself.
That splendid competition of chess, it is now time for...
What happened in the morning, I think that was a jhalak of what's to come today. I mean, we started with the chess competition.
Actually, not solving, and you should set up the
भाई मार्कर ले लो ना, मार्कर ले लो ना, मार्कर मार्कर उनके हाथ में। अरे मेरे को औरों से भी लेना है।
उससे मैं मांगू, मैं मार्कर दे।
अरे लेके
The position just repeats itself and stops automatically. He got the position again. On the left side,
Oh my god, this is an
and walk, he uses one of his other 9 lives today.
Oh my god.
Back in the game. And in those last few seconds, Vinit Gujarati, not having enough time, falls into a 3.
C7 pawn is hanging at the end. The C7 pawn hanging, and suddenly, Anirban, your bishop would be the star of the game for white.
Oh my god, and a mistake by Vidit. It is material with everything on the line. You know that if the sacrifice doesn't work, you're just down in exchange, you lose.
Very tough to find such a move. I think Benjamin might find something more solid. Yeah, Rookie 1 is the kind of move you might play.
He played Bishop F2 and Vidit's back in the game. Just like that. On consolidating that knight on F4. And I'm just wondering if you can plant the bishop on H4. Queen takes 4.
Over as white. So Benjamin has a great position, huge potential of cards, right? For black here. So I think Vidit will need like an interesting resource, something tricky. To maybe create some tactical line in the position. Tactics is also bachane ko aate tha, I think in this position. Because time-wise, we कुछ advantage तो है नहीं हमारे पास.
Wait a second, what tactics is Vidit seeing? Because knight वापस क्या है? It turns out it is the best move in the position. Can't quite just take the pawn at the center of the board.
Ooh, you can take the pawn, but then the knight comes to h5 apparently.
Then you strike in an absolutely crazy Armageddon.
Oh, and look at Vidit, he's still sitting at the board, he's thinking, where did he go wrong? This
Took a spot in the E.
find better moves, or does he try to maintain that kind of move?
Has to maintain it.
Yeah.
He has to balance, and that's the tightrope you have to walk on. If he slips away the advantage, then for Vidit, he just has the draw odds on his hands for nothing. But the good thing is that the position is very complicated. By the way, the game started with a 3.5 minute deficit for Vidit, so he's kind of climbed up that line. It's now coming closer to the 2-minute deficit mark.
Right, look at the king side by the way. Charge of files.
जा रहे टाइम जा रहे बट उनको पता है ये उनको कुछ मिल नहीं रहा है
Questionable decisions right now. F6 late matches. He was down in game 1. Game 1 हार के taking it to that final battle, taking Vidit down. Benjamin is not making it easy for the home favorite.
Indeed. I think the game is sharpening up again. We have a couple of trades. I think 64 pawn मारा गया था and
Thank you so much, Honorable CM sir and Principal Secretary sir. We're truly pleased that you took time out from your busy schedules, and we are honoured that you've graciously been present at the event. Thank you so much. We request everyone to kindly maintain calm as our Honorable Dignitaries exit the venue.
We have to decide a game coming up very soon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is India Rising. Road to EWC 2026.
Benjamin, and wish you all the best for EWC.